There is an old joke about this. You try to plug it in, it doesn't go in, so you turn it over. Still doesn't go in. Then you turn it back to the way you started, and suddenly it goes straight in. 3 tries, every time. But stop and think about that. There are only 2 possible directions. 2? Which means the second try should always work. And somehow, it doesn't. It's not because you're bad at using technology, it's the design. Back in the 1990s, one man sat down and designed this shape. He knew there was a way to make it work perfectly on the first try, and he chose not to. First, look at that old rectangular cable, the thick one. From the outside, it looks perfectly symmetrical, just a flat metal box that looks almost the same on both sides. But it isn't. Run your finger inside it, and you'll feel something. There is a thin piece of plastic running through the middle. It is pushed slightly toward one side. 4 small metal strips sit on it. 4, and they are only on one side. Your laptop's USB port has the same plastic piece, pushed toward the opposite side. Line them up correctly, and the metal contacts connect. Put it in the wrong way, and plastic hits plastic. You get that familiar little stop. So the plug isn't really confusing you. It's a lock and key. The problem is that, from the outside, both sides of the key look almost exactly the same. Which raises an obvious question. Why would anyone design a connector like this? Meet Ajay Bhatt. In the early 1990s, Bhatt was a computer architect at Intel, and he had a problem that was driving him crazy. Look at the back of a computer from 1993. There was a serial port, a parallel port, big connectors filled with dozens of small metal pins that could easily bend if you pushed them in the wrong way. A mouse needed one type of cable, a printer needed another, a keyboard needed another, and even after you finally connected something, the computer often didn't recognize it automatically. You had to shut down the whole computer, restart it, and sometimes use a floppy disk to install the software. Bhatt wanted one cable that could do everything, one connector for everything, a universal serial bus, or USB. But a standard is useless if nobody wants to use it. To make USB real, Bhatt had to convince some of the biggest and most stubborn companies in the world, including Microsoft, IBM, and Compaq. They had to agree to put USB ports in their computers, and they had to do it for almost no extra cost. If the new connector cost even a little more, they could reject the whole idea. So Bhatt and his team started designing it, and they immediately knew what the perfect version would look like. It would be reversible. You could plug it in without looking. You could do it in the dark, and it would work correctly the first time. But then they ran into a problem. To make a plug work from both sides, you need electrical contacts on both the top and bottom. That means twice as many wires, and more circuits inside every computer and device. Today, that extra cost would be tiny, but in 1995, it was a serious problem. A few extra cents might not sound important, but when you're building millions of computers, those few cents become millions of dollars. They could already imagine what would happen in the meeting. They would walk in with a perfect, expensive connector. The companies would laugh at it. USB could die before a single USB device was ever made. So they had a choice. Keep the perfect design and watch it fail, or make the design worse on purpose so it could survive. They chose survival. They cut the number of wires in half. The contacts would only be on one side. 4 pins, 4 wires, nothing extra, cheap, strong, and forever slightly annoying. But those 4 pins do something very clever that most people never notice. Look closely. The 4 pins are not the same length. The 2 pins on the outside are slightly longer than the 2 in the middle. That's not an accident. The outside pins carry power. The 2 middle pins carry data. So when you push the USB plug into the port, the longer pins touch first. Power connects a tiny moment before the data. When you pull it out, the data connections break first, while the power is still connected. That's one reason you can pull a USB flash drive out of a running computer without immediately destroying something. Before USB, unplugging a device while the computer was running could sometimes cause serious problems. The connector that refuses to go in from both directions helped make just plug it in safe. So it seems like a fair trade. You lose 3 seconds trying to turn the plug around, but you get a connector that is cheap, safe, and works almost everywhere. Except Bott doesn't see it that way. Looking back, he has said that the flipping problem was the biggest pain point. It was the one thing he would change if he could. And here is the part that's easy to miss. This was never really a mistake. It was a bet. They bet that people would rather turn a plug around for a few seconds than pay more for their computers. They bet that millions, then billions of people would quietly accept those few seconds of frustration. And they were right. Because USB was so cheap, everyone agreed to use it. USB eventually became one of the most common connectors in the world. More than 10 billion devices have used it, from cars and phones to kitchen equipment, and even the International Space Station. And Ajay Bhatt never made money from the USB design. Intel released the technology without charging royalties. They basically gave away one of the most successful connectors in history. They did it because they wanted the technology to exist. 20 years later, technology had become cheap enough to make the connector they originally wanted. We call it USB-C. It has 24 pins and a clever design that allows the connector to work either way. Reversible was never impossible. It was just too expensive at the time. And now, in Europe, using one common charging connector has become the law. Since 2024, many phones and headphones sold there have had to use USB-C. And since 2026, the rules also cover laptops. One shape for many different devices. So the old rectangular USB plug is slowly disappearing. Not because it failed, it is disappearing because it succeeded so well that we can finally afford to replace it. So next time you're reaching behind your TV without looking, and you turn the USB plug one way, then the other way, and then back again, don't get angry. You're not fighting bad design. You're holding a 30-year-old compromise. A compromise created by a man who gave the design away for free and quietly helped connect the modern world. If you're interested in more videos like this, subscribe. Thanks for watching. I will see you in next video.